When people ask me what I did in the war, I tell them that I did the same thing we all did. We fought for what was right. I've come to realize that there's nothing good about war, but there is good in why you fight wars. And we were all fighting for the same thing.
You know, Holt, when I volunteered, I couldn't wait for this moment. Now that it's here.
Winslow's been monitoring the radio, sir. Looks like the stolen signals worked. The Jerrys still think we're one of their own. Incoming! Mr. Riley! Get down! Hell, all engines to full! Raise the flag, man! We'll ram it down their throats! 30 seconds to impact! Return fire! Faster! Ready! Precision time! Break on the edge! Hang on to something!
They called it the greatest raid ever. And the memories I have don't even seem real to me. I was the only American with them. I was an officer with the
OSS. For my part, it began in the spring of 1942. Hitler's war machine was steamrolling over Europe, and years of punishing German attacks were finally taking its toll on Britain. Nazi U-boats continually patrolled the North Atlantic, tightening the noose around Britain's neck. Then word reached London that the Germans were sending the battleship Tirpitz. If that happened, the British coast would be vulnerable to attack, and what little defenses they had left would soon crumble. Since all previous attempts to sink the Tirpitz had failed, their target would now be the only dry dock in the area large enough to service her, in German-occupied Saint-Nazaire, France. This was considered by many to be a suicide mission. But for the British, desperate times meant desperate measures, and things had never been more desperate.
North Africa was rough. I'd been assigned to the British 7th Armored. A bunch of guys they called the Desert Rats. Their elite force. And they'd do anything. The thing I remember most about them was how they relied on each other. They didn't want me there. But even they knew they could use
all the help we could get. The Nazis were in North Africa. Mussolini's hold on Egypt was slipping, and Germany had its sights set on the Suez Canal. Hitler needed both situations dealt with, so he sent his best. He sent Rommel. The Desert Fox, as he was called, quickly ripped across the sands and reclaimed Egypt, then stood poised to drive towards Suez. Desert Rats were different. Their jury-rigged vehicles were kept moving on an unsteady supply of parts salvaged from the desert. Whatever they didn't have, they raided and took. For them, the word impossible didn't exist. Neither did fear or failure. Now it seemed that fate and von Schrader were bringing us together.
Right, then, move it! Lieutenant Holt, what do you see?
I got a bunker and a tank, far into the canyon. Well guarded.
Can you see the way in?
Yeah. There's an opening at the foot of the cliff.
All right, men, search and destroy!
Stalingrad was a miserable place. Bitter cold. The people there were trying to defend their city, and some of them didn't even have guns. They were getting slaughtered. Bodies everywhere. But they wouldn't quit. Those Russians would fight to their dying breath. I never forgot
that. When after 2 devastating years of war in Western Europe, Hitler diverted his attention to Russia. By October, Leningrad was besieged, and the Germans had reached the outskirts of Moscow. Hitler now took command himself, and against his general's advice, ordered an attack from the south, on Stalingrad. Not wanting to suffer another tactical defeat, he concentrated his forces in an all-out effort to take the city. Stalin decreed that his namesake would be valiantly defended by the people. They would use bullets, clubs, even bricks if necessary to stop the Germans. For Stalingrad, surrender was not an option.
Look, there is that damn railgun. Our comrades across the river are taking a heavy beating from that devil. We have to take it out. And the radio tower. Quick! Let's go before it can do any more damage!
Wait! Someone's coming.
Don't shoot! It's me, Grigori. It's clear. There are only 2 guards at gate.
Dmitri, you move up to the farmhouse. I'll clear the gate for the others.
Very well, Comrade Volt. We will meet on the other side.
Well, it was snowing in the Ardennes. You couldn't recognize one town from the next. And I guess that's what a lot of us remember the most. Cold. And how it just never stopped snowing. We all thought it was over. The pain, the cold, the waiting. And we'd all be
Going home soon. 600,000 Americans and 55,000 British were camped there. Judging it an unlikely spot for a German offensive, the American staff commanders kept the line thin, concentrating their troops at key points to the north and the south. I didn't know at the time, but this place was soon to become a crossroads. For the war, for von Schrader, for everything. I don't like it. It's too quiet.
Can't see nothing from here. Krauts are dug in too deep.
That's it. We've got to get a man up there.
Sir! You were due to pick up intel from the CP 20 minutes ago. I hope you're right about this.
I hope I'm wrong, Sergeant.
Okay, you heard the man. Crockett, you're up again.
Call me lucky number 7. Watch my gear.
What do you see?
It's all clear. Get down!
It's Holt! He did it! You men shoot any crowd as so much as twitches. Corporal Fielder, with me! Holt! Thought we'd lost you there! What happened to von Schrader?
Dead. He's gone. It's all gone.
Good work, Holt. Here, I've an order to give you this. The Krauts are falling back to Berlin. Our forces will be right behind them. Will you be following the action?
Yeah. I'll be there.
Then let's give them hell. Carry on, Lieutenant.
Sir.
That was a long time ago. For a lot of my buddies, the war was over. Some of them went home. Most didn't make it. When people ask me if I was a hero in the war, I think about the ones who were left behind. They were the heroes. I don't know how I survived, but I did. So I keep their memory alive. I owe it to them. We all do. For what they did.